You're in that movie?
No! I was.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for film appearances that were pitilessly left on the cutting room floor.
I don't smell trash and feces. I smell pain.
Number 10, Viggo Mortensen, The Purple Rose of Cairo. Imagine Aragorn himself, Viggo Mortensen, making an appearance in a whimsical Woody Allen film, only for his scenes to be cut completely. Well, that's unfortunately what happened, as Viggo Mortensen's early acting gig was unceremoniously taken out of the film The Purple Rose of Cairo.
What a shame. It was such a good picture.
Mortensen has gone on to describe his time on set as particularly strange, saying he wasn't given any direction at all. However, he gave it his best shot. Unfortunately, once the film was released, he sadly learned he didn't make the cut. It's a shame, as the cameo would have certainly given fans a sneak peek into his burgeoning talent.
Is knowing how to set a broken bone or how to treat a severe burn ridiculous? Knowing how to navigate by the stars in total darkness, that's ridiculous?
Number 9, Jenna Malone, Batman vs. Superman, Dawn of Justice. Given that Batman vs. Superman's theatrical cut ran approximately 2.5 hours, it's understandable that some scenes and characters would be removed. However, many were incredibly disappointed when Jenna Malone, as scientist Janet Clyburn, was cut from the final edit.
And this is what makes you such a good reporter. Stuff like this still shocks you.
Known for her roles in The Hunger Games and Pride and Prejudice, Malone's performance was rather anticipated, but her scenes only appeared in the Ultimate edition of the film. Her absence left fans feeling shortchanged, however, as they missed out on what could have been a valuable addition to the film's impressive cast. Maybe if she'd played a character named Martha, she would have made the cut.
Save Martha!
Number 8, Paul Rudd, Bridesmaids.
What?
I was on the show.
You were on the show? I love that show. Oh my God, how did I miss your episode? Which one was it?
It didn't air.
If you're a fan of the ageless Paul Rudd, and frankly who isn't, then this cameo removal surely stung. Known for his impeccable comedic timing, improv skills, and charm,
60% of the time, it works every time.
Rudd seemed perfect for the Paul Feig-directed comedy Bridesmaids. Sadly, all of Rudd's scenes ended up being cut from the final version, due to the film's length. The affable actor's cameo would have seen him in A Date Gone Wrong opposite Kristen Wiig's Annie at a skating rink. His nice guy act would be proven a facade when he accidentally cuts a finger with an ice skate.
What happened? What happened to you?
My shoulder stinks.
Oh, it's a big deal. Gadot, this is bleeding.
Sir, can you sit down?
It's bleeding.
It's
bleeding.
All right,
It was a true missed opportunity for comedy gold from Rudd. Number 7, Sienna Miller, Black Mass. Celebrated actress Sienna Miller had originally filmed scenes for the Johnny Depp starring biographical mob film Black Mass, where she played Catherine Gregg. As the girlfriend and accomplice to notorious gangster Whitey Bulger, this surely would have been a great addition to Miller's impressive filmography, right? Thanks to, quote, narrative restructuring, her small role was removed. Apparently, the filmmakers wanted to focus more tightly on Bulger's criminal activities rather than his time with Catherine, which were, quote, less dramatic.
It's your neighborhood, Whitey. Is that right?
What we will make.
The exclusion felt particularly harsh, however, as Miller's performance reportedly brought further depth and nuance to Bulger's complex life. And, according to several critics, the film could have certainly used it.
I thought it was a family secret.
It's a recipe.
No.
Number 6, Jack Whitehall, Frozen.
It's technically my second Disney film.
You've been, sorry.
Well, I was actually in Frozen, so...
Oh.
Yeah, well, just hold that. Hold that thought.
He's still not over it, folks. British comedian Jack Whitehall was reportedly extremely excited about his role in Disney's 2013 animated hit Frozen, believing he delivered his lines, quote, perfectly.
I had one line.
Oh, what? Could you do it? We were all waiting. Can you do it tonight?
Yep. I trollfully pronounce you man and wife.
Whoa!
He proudly told everyone he knew about his part and eagerly went to the theater to hear himself on screen. However, when he watched, his character, a troll named Gothy, was about to speak, but was cut off by Anna's song.
I was shouting at the screen, Jimmy. I was like, hey, excuse me, Elsa, zip it. Gothy had something to say.
Confused, he called his agent, who revealed that Disney had reduced his role.
And he goes, hey kid, calm down, you gotta just let it go. I was like, don't give me let it go.
Don't
let
say
it go.
let it go. Don't you dare.
A frustrated Whitehall said his agent then told him to, quote, let it go, but he clearly hasn't.
Let it go, let it go. I am one with the wind and sky. Let it go, let it go.
Number 5. Harrison Ford, E.T. the Extraterrestrial. Yup, you heard that right. Harrison Ford was to appear in Steven Spielberg's sci-fi classic E.T. Heck, he even filmed all his scenes.
I see you fine young people from good homes, every advantage, your whole life laid out in front of you.
Ford played Elliot's school principal, but sadly, it was all for naught. Spielberg himself says the decision was a very tough one given his working relationship with Ford.
Snakes. Why did it have to be snakes?
And while he says he did what was right for the film, the cut still stings. Ford's unique appearance would have definitely added gravitas to the picture, considering his immense popularity at the time. However, we suppose when you've got that much star power, it can overshadow the rest of the film, even if it is just a cameo. Number 4. Rob McElhenney, Deadpool and Wolverine.
I waited a long time for this team up.
Deadpool and Wolverine is celebrated in part for its plethora of amazing cameos. Unfortunately, not everyone made the final cut. However, Rob McElhenney's cameo, which was set to reunite him with his Welcome to Wrexham co-star and friend Ryan Reynolds, is perhaps the most brutal axing. Despite flying to London to film his scenes, McElhenney's appearance was removed because, as Reynolds explained, quote, the sequence wasn't working the way they originally constructed it. In a behind-the-scenes image shared on social media, McElhenney can be seen dressed as a TVA soldier, hinting at what could have been. Here's hoping that his appearance features in some sort of future director's cut.
Let's go!
Number 3. Shailene Woodley, The Amazing Spider-Man 2. A major player in the Spider-Man mythos is Mary Jane Watson, and the actresses who have played the role on film have been Kirsten Dunst, Zendaya, and Shailene Woodley. Scratch that last one. You see, the Divergent series heroine was originally cast as MJ in the sequel to the Andrew Garfield-led Spider-Man franchise.
But they're hunting Divergents. That's all they talk about at Erudite these days.
However, filmmakers decided to streamline the story to focus solely on Peter and Gwen Stacy's arc instead.
I didn't get love vibe last night. I got more of a wants to kill me with his electricity vibe.
That's actually kind of what it's like to love you.
This meant the MJ cameos would be scrapped altogether. While Woodley says she understands the reasons behind it, it no doubt broke the hearts of countless comic book fans who wanted to see the beloved character on screen again.
It really didn't make sense to introduce such a vital character to the comic books in a movie that had so much else going on.
Number 2. Mickey Rourke, The Thin Red Line. The Terrence Malick-helmed World War II epic The Thin Red Line features an absolutely stellar ensemble cast that includes the likes of Sean Penn, Nick Nolte, George Clooney, and Adrian Brody, among others.
I've been in the Army, 6 years now? And about time you smartened up, stop being such a punk recruit.
However, other prominent actors were meant to be featured in the film, but had their scenes reduced or removed. Mickey Rourke was one of them, and he was none too pleased about it. Rourke was particularly offended as he believed he gave some of his best work during filming. The actor was also quoted as saying he believed the axing was over, quote, political reasons.
I don't think you understand what's going on down here, sir.
To say it left a sour taste in the actor's mouth would be an understatement. Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Henry Cavill and Gal Gadot, The Flash. The DC universe faced turbulent times amid shifts in direction and leadership behind the scenes prior to the release of 2023's The Flash. The film would ultimately serve as a love letter to on-screen DC characters of yore and feature some surprising cameos. Two highly anticipated cameos, however, were ultimately cut amid the corporate restructuring. Superhero A-listers Wonder Woman and Superman, played by Gal Gadot and Henry Cavill respectively, ended up on the chopping block. The filmed cameos were reportedly to appear at the movie's close. Alas, the last-minute axing resulted in further disappointment and disillusionment for DC loyalists.
You're not Batman? What's wrong with you?
Which of these brutal cameo cuts do you wish had made it into the final films? Let us know in the comments below.
A junket for a movie that I'm not in. Oh no!
You did. That's you doing a junket, and you're not in this movie.
Not in it. Look at that smug face. You're not in the film, mate.
Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.